The Tablet of Visitation. This tablet is read at the shrines of Baha'u'llah and the Bab. It is also frequently used in commemorating their anniversaries. I'd like to read the opening paragraph. The praise which hath dawned from thy most august self, and the glory which hath shone forth from thy most effulgent beauty, rest upon thee, O thou who art the manifestation of grandeur, and the King of eternity, and the Lord of all who are in heaven and on earth. I testify that through thee the sovereignty of God in his dominion and the majesty of God in his grandeur were revealed, and the day stars of ancient splendor have shed their radiance in the heaven of thine irrevocable decree, and the beauty of the unseen hath shone forth above the horizon of creation. I testify, moreover, that with but a movement of thy pen, thine injunction, be thou, hath been enforced, and God's hidden secret hath been divulged, and all created things have been called into being, and all the revelations have been sent down. Baha'u'llah.
The advent of the prophets and the revelation of the holy books is intended to create love between souls and friendships between the inhabitants of the earth. Real love is impossible unless one turn his face towards God and be attracted to his beauty. Abdul Baha, Baha'i World Faith.
Verily I say, the creation of God embraceth worlds besides this world, and creatures apart from these creatures. In each of these worlds, he hath ordained things which none can search except himself, the all-searching, the all-wise. Do thou meditate on that which we have revealed unto thee, that thou mayest discover the purpose of God, thy Lord, and the Lord of all worlds. In these words, the mysteries of divine wisdom have been treasured. From the gleanings of the writings of Baha'u'llah.
My God, thou whom I adore and worship, who art most powerful, I testify that no description by any created thing can ever reveal thee, and no praise which any being is able to utter can express thee. Neither the comprehension of anyone in the whole world, nor the intelligence of any of its peoples can, as it befitteth thee, gain admittance into the court of thy holiness, or unravel thy mystery. What sin hath kept the inmates of the city of thy name so far from thine all-glorious horizon, and deprived them of access to thy most great ocean? One single letter of thy book is the mother of all utterances, and a word therefrom the begetter of all creation. What ingratitude have thy servants shown forth, that thou hast withheld them, one and all, from recognizing thee. A drop of the ocean of thy mercy sufficeth to quench the flames of hell, and a spark of the fire of thy love is enough to set ablaze the whole world. O thou who art the all-knowing, wayward though we be, we still cling to thy bounty, and though ignorant, we still set our faces toward the ocean of thy wisdom. Thou art the all-bountiful, who art not deterred by a multitude of sins from vouchsafing thy bounty, and a flow of whose gifts is not attested by the withdrawal of the people of the world. From eternity the door of thy grace hath remained wide open. A dewdrop of the ocean of thy mercy is able to adorn all things with the ornament of sanctity, and a sprinkling of the waters of thy bounty can cause the entire creation to attain unto true wealth. Lift not the veil, O thou who art the concealer. From eternity the tokens of thy bounty have encompassed the universe, and the splendors of thy most great name have shed over all created things. Deny not thy servants the wonders of thy grace. Cause them to be made aware of thee, that they may bear witness to thy unity, and enable them to recognize thee, that they may hasten towards thee. Thy mercy hath embraced the whole creation, and thy grace hath pervaded all things. From the billows of the ocean of thy generosity, the seas of eagerness and enthusiasm were revealed. Thou art what thou art. Aught except thee is unworthy of any mention, unless it entereth beneath thy shadow and gaineth admittance unto thy court. Whatever betide us, we beseech thine ancient forgiveness and seek thine all-pervasive grace. Our hope is that thou wilt deny no one thy grace, and wilt deprive no soul of the ornament of fairness and justice. Thou art the King of all bounty, the Lord of all favors, the supreme over all who art in heaven and on earth. Baha'u'llah.
I'm going to read some quotes from Baha'u'llah about honesty and trustworthiness. Beautify your tongues, O people, with trustworthiness, truthfulness, and adorn your souls with the ornament of honesty. Beware, O people, that he deal not treacherously with one another. Be he the trustees of God amongst his creatures, and the emblems of his generosity amongst his people. It's from Gleanings from Baha'u'llah. Cling he to the helm of virtue, and hold fast to the cord of trustworthiness and piety. Trustworthiness, wisdom, and honesty are of a truth God's beauteous adornments for his creatures. These fair garments are a befitting vesture for every temple. Happy are those that comprehend, and well is it with them that acquire such virtues.
O ye children of men, the fundamental purpose animating the faith of God and his religion is to safeguard the interests and promote the unity of the human race, and to foster the spirit of love and fellowship amongst men. Suffer it not to become the source of dissension and discord, of hate and enmity. This is the straight path, the fixed and immovable foundation. Whatsoever is raised on this foundation, the changes and chances of the world can never impair its strength, nor will the revolution of countless centuries undermine its structure. Baha'u'llah.
Glory to thee, O God. One of thy handmaidens, who hath believed in thee and in thy signs, hath entered beneath the shadow of the tree of thy oneness. Give her to quaff, O my God, by thy name the manifest and the hidden, of thy choice sealed wine, that it may take her away from her own self and make her to be entirely devoted to thy remembrance, and wholly detached from any one beside thee. Now that thou hast revealed unto her the knowledge of thee, O my Lord, deny her not by thy bounty, thy grace. And now that thou hast called her unto thyself, drive her not away from thee through thy favor. Supply her then with that which excelleth all that can be found on thine earth. Thou art verily the most bountiful, whose grace is immense. Wert thou to bestow on one of thy creatures what would equal the kingdoms of earth and heaven, it would still not diminish by even as much as an atom from the immensity of thy dominion. Far greater art thou than the great one men are wont to call thee, for such a title is but one of thy name, all of which were created by a mere indication of thy will. There is no God but thee, the God of power, the God of glory, the God of knowledge and wisdom. Baha'u'llah.
Lord, pitiful are we. Grant us thy poor, thy favor. Poor, bestow upon us a share from the ocean of thy wealth. Needy, do thou satisfy us. Abased, give us thy glory. The fowls of the air and the beasts of the field receive their meat each day from thee. And all beings partake of thy care and loving kindness. Deprive not this feeble one of the wondrous grace, and vouchsafe by thy might unto this helpless soul thy bounty. Give us our daily bread, and grant thy increase in the necessities of life, that we may be dependent upon none other but thee, may commune wholly with thee, walk in thy ways, and declare thy mysteries. Thou art the Almighty and the loving and the provider of all mankind. Abdul Baha, aid and assistance.
Thank you, friends.